Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Last term in my MBA graduate studies, we were asked to write a review of related literature as a final requirement for the subject business ethics. And I chose to write something about our Catholic schools because I'm also assigned in our educational system in our diocese. And I pored over a number of books, journals, and articles trying to find out if there is an ethical dilemma for our Catholic schools whose mission is to proclaim the good news to all through quality and affordable education, but at the same time aim for profit in order to be sustainable. We all know how the pandemic affected all of us and how it particularly affected the families who send their children to Catholic schools. Loss of job resulted to loss of income, which led to a lot of students migrating to public schools. It was a huge blow to both Catholic families who want Catholic education for their children but can no longer afford, and to the Catholic schools as well, who depended on enrollees for its mission and operation. In fact, many private schools closed down pandemic and post-pandemic, and many of them Catholic schools, sadly. Now, enrollees to our schools are slowly picking up, but we are still far, very far from our numbers pre-pandemic. And many schools are not as blessed with the numbers as some big Catholic schools and universities who has the advantage of branding and reputation. Now, there were many arguments on how to sustain Catholic schools in our time, but the one compelling argument that surprisingly is not a concern of business at all is this: in order for Catholic schools to become financially sustainable, it has to be faithful and uncompromising to its Catholic identity. Catholic schools must not only be steadfast to its mission of quality Catholic education, but must also be unapologetic about it. And I agree. Catholic education forms not only the minds and bodies of children, but also their souls. Holistic formation of children is indispensable in Catholic education, therefore has its niche in our society, and we just have to be bold about our mission. The saint that we remember today is the patron saint of Catholic education, schools, and universities, the angelic doctor, St. Thomas Aquinas. In our time, when the secular society wants separation, for example, separation of faith and reason, St. Thomas Aquinas pointed out that faith and reason are complementary and that both were necessary for a complete understanding of the world. He argued that reason could lead to knowledge of the natural world, but faith was necessary to understand the supernatural world. Aquinas believed that faith and reason could work together to have a holistic understanding of both creation and the Creator. My dear brothers and sisters, why should all of us be stakeholders of Catholic education? It is because we all belong to the one family of God, and it is our mission to bring all into this family, and that each child should walk in the ways of Jesus and not stray away from his family. As the Gospel pointed out, those who do the will of God is God's family. And so the goal of Catholic education is to form the child in the ways of Jesus, befitting of a child of God, so that when this child faces the world, it's not only a trained mind or a trained body that will lead him to success, but also a trained soul, mindful always of his mission and his sanctification. Saint Thomas Aquinas, pray for us.